Sonic Adventure, originally released in 1998 for the Dreamcast. It is, however, still available today on both Xbox and PC platforms, retailing for $7.99 on Steam and $4.99 on the Xbox Store. Sonic Adventure was the grand 3D transition for the Sonic franchise, and was a launch title for the Dreamcast, featuring 6 playable characters, each with their own story that all intertwine. The playable characters include Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, a robot named Gamma, and lastly, Big the Cat. In addition to having their own stories, each character also had their own gameplay style, with Sonic being the fastest, shockingly, and having a homing jump attack. Tails can fly, just as in 2D Sonic game. Knuckles could glide and also climb the walls with his, knuckles. Amy is slow, but has a big hammer. Gamma has a gun, and can lock on to enemies with his gun. Big the Cat can move heavy things and fish. They may have been running out of ideas by the time they got around to Big the Cat. The main issue with having these characters is that they have to share levels. And when you're in a level, you can tell exactly who it was really designed for, and you can tell when they've just sort of shoehorned another character into the level. And of course, this had to be the case because of the limits of the time. 1998 was a long time ago. As stated, the stories for all the characters do intertwine, with the overall story featuring Dr. Robotnik trying to get all of the Chaos Emeralds to empower some kind of Chaos God. And you fight that Chaos God repeatedly throughout the game in various stages of its progression. Though I'm rather unclear on what Dr. Robotnik's motivation was for doing any of this. I assume it has to do with a plot to take over the world, but I'm not sure that empowering a Chaos God is the best way to do that, as Chaos tends to be rather hard to control, by definition. I'm also unclear what the situation is with Sonic and friends living in this world, as we see the game takes place in a somewhat ordinary world. There are regular people going about their business. The setting seems to be some kind of vacation town near the beach. But for most of the game, we don't see any other creatures that are like Sonic and company. And the rare occasion that we do see other such creatures, it's only in flashbacks. Now, I am admittedly no expert on Sonic lore, but all of this did kind of bother me. So is Sonic Adventure worth your time and money? Honestly, I don't really think so, even with its extremely cheap price tag. Sonic Adventure doesn't seem to have aged quite as gracefully as some other transitions to 3D. In fact, there are multiple points throughout the game where the camera angles you're forced to use and the controls you have seem to be actively fighting you. And it doesn't help that the 6 characters on offer are not well balanced in terms of their gameplay. Going through the levels as Sonic works fairly well, and is still fairly good when playing as Tails or Knuckles. But then you get to a point where you need to play as Amy Rose or Big the Cat. Their sections of the game are painful to sit through. So, unless completely blinded by nostalgia goggles, I would recommend everyone avoid Sonic Adventure. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.